Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV, where it is a lovely Tuesday, I think, here in downtown Jackson. And we're getting a little bit closer to Christmas. What, two weeks away or something like that? So it's, well, let's see, today's the 10th, so it's 15 days away, I guess. So yeah. And speaking of Christmas, we have Christmas. Your name is in Christmas.
Not spelled the same. But
no,
yes.
It's not, but that's kind of cool. Chris Miller is here to be our guest here on the program. And I've been looking forward to talking with you for quite some time because you have done something in downtown Jackson that has been so needed. And I think it's so cool because you've had this vision for a really long time and tried to get it to come to fruition, and finally it has. Yes. And hopefully it's better than you ever imagined. But we're here today to talk about Ellie Mills, and this is Chris Miller, and I'm sure many of you know her, but if not, we're going to find out all about her. So welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, I think I was kidding on the air not too long ago. I was saying that Chris saying that you had to tolerate me as a young child because your sister Hannah and I have always been such good friends, and so slumber parties and all that, she had to tolerate us.
It's all good.
She won't tell any stories on me, she promised.
I won't.
So let's talk for a minute about Ellie Mills. How did you come up with the name, first off? Because I was wondering about that.
Well, my maiden name is Elliot.
Yes.
And now my name's Miller.
Okay.
So Ellie Mills. It's a funny story. When my daughter was born, I kind of wanted to name her Ellie Mae.
Yeah.
But I didn't because we tried to think of all the things that kids would tease about.
I know. It's sad that that's a thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and there was Ellie Mae Clampett.
Yes.
So we didn't do it. So, but I think now she uses Ellie Mae sometimes. She's an actor, and so for her stage name. So.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that's how Ellie Mae Mercantile.
That is awesome. And so I remember a long time ago talking with you just out and about somewhere, and you said, I have this idea. I just need a building. I need a place to make it happen.
Right.
And so tell everybody a little bit about that, because the struggle was real there for a while.
The struggle was real. I collected furniture for probably a year. Well, selling it on Marketplace. That's actually what made me realize there was a need for it here.
Sure.
I bought out a whole house, and I was able to sell that furniture pretty quickly on Marketplace.
Okay, like individual pieces of a whole. Okay.
Yeah. So it showed me that, there was a need here for that. So, I just had to wait for the building.
She couldn't find a place to go.
Right. And then the building that came about was perfect, but it was huge. So I decided to add other vendors, and kind of put all of our things together, and that's how it is. And so we have Ellie Mills, and the feedback's been wonderful. People love it. So there we go.
I just think, I often talk about like Hallmark Christmas moments and all of this stuff. Like, I think, what the Farm Bureau does with their dinner in the downtown street and all that. It's like stuff that you can just like make movies out of. It's
Right.
so cool. And I think your store should be in like a Hallmark movie. Like when you think about it, that's like what you think of as something that is a perfect fit for a small town downtown.
I hope so.
Yeah, and I'm so proud of you for what you have accomplished, and I'm proud of you for not giving up on your dream, because I know it did take you a minute to find that building.
It did, but it's the perfect one, and it's kind of ironic because I'm actually related to the Stiflers, and that used to be the Stifler store. So
Isn't that wild?
It is.
So now we're aging ourselves
I
a little
know.
bit. I know that these boys don't remember Stifler's department store at all, but as we were growing up, there was a department store in downtown Jackson
Yeah.
called Stifler's, and that is where your store is today. And it was place you went to buy stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a big store.
It was huge. I remember being a little girl. I remember getting this jean skirt there, and I loved it. I remember, just so many like memories that I just remember like
Right.
exactly.
I love it when people come in the store. They like to tell me what department was in each space, and I love that. I love to hear the history of it,
Isn't
because I
that
can't
fun?
remember everything. But
Sure.
yeah,
Like I remember I bought this there. I remember Mom buying me some kind of Barbie there. Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, there's all kind of memories in these old buildings, and it's a lot of fun to think back about them and reminisce, and then repurpose them for new ideas and new
Right.
fun things.
Right, and we do have a lot of ideas, so
Yeah.
in the works.
You're like, great, now I have more ideas.
That's okay. That's okay.
So what made you decide, like, how did you think, I'm going to buy a house of furniture and start selling it? That seems like something that sounds like a good idea.
Well, I am a real estate agent, and so I was selling the house.
Yeah, so if you need to buy or sell, call Chris Miller.
Yes, I work for Apple. Am I allowed to say that?
I don't
I
care
work
what
for
you say.
Appalachia Realty.
You can say whatever you want here. We're not governed by anything.
Okay, well, so I work for them. So I was selling the house actually to my sister, and the man that owned the house, he said, I don't want anything in here. His wife had passed away, and it was decorated the way she wanted it, and so he said, I don't need or want any of this. And
Oh, okay.
his daughter, ironically, she had all the same things that were in the house, so she didn't.
She had
need it
duplicates
either.
of everything.
Right.
Okay.
So I said, well, I'm interested in buying. I'll buy the contents. So
Okay.
that kind of started it all. And my husband says, you're not going to make much money in real estate if you keep
If you keep buying all the
the house.
contents of houses, yes. I can
So-
totally see that. So, but no, in your defense and support of what Chris is doing, I couldn't sleep last night, so I got up and I was thinking, I've been trying to redecorate my house. We've lived there for like 20 some years, and I'm like, I just want to wipe the whole thing out and start again. You know what I mean?
A lot of people do.
And so I was like looking at like dining room tables on the internet and stuff last night, and I'm like, these all suck. They all look like, and they're like thousands of dollars.
Right.
And they all look like if you kicked them, they would like
Fall apart.
fall apart. And they don't make, let's just be honest, they don't make stuff like they used to. They don't make furniture like they used to.
Right.
And it's not even made of wood anymore.
Right.
So it's so nice when you can find some of these older pieces that aren't even necessarily out of style or anything, but are just beautiful
Right.
and well made.
Yes.
And then you can repurpose them for whatever you want to make them into.
right. You can paint them if you want to.
Absolutely. I did a beautiful one. I found table, solid wood on Marketplace with a leaf in it for $50. And I painted the base of it, refinished the top of it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm like, that was like $50 plus a little can of
Yeah.
whatever stain I used and some paint I had in the garage. And now it's really cool. So if you don't like the original version, you just need to be creative and do it yourself.
That's right. That is right.
So, all right. So let's talk about so you came up with this Ellie Mills idea, and you have the furniture and things that you've been collecting, and you're like, okay, I need a space. And so you found a space, but the space is way big, and you're like, okay, well, the more the merrier.
Yes.
So you have your own space in there. So tell everybody what they can find in your space, and then we'll get to some of your other vendors.
Okay. My space is primarily the furniture, and it's just tucked in wherever it fits. I do have some home decor, other, home decor pictures, just things that you would have sitting around your house.
Sure.
So it's just kind of tucked in everywhere. And then the vendors all have their own space. So, which there's a lot of antiques there, but it's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. And so when you come in the store, you can find the stuff that you have kind of throughout. But then you're like, well, let's bring on some vendors. And when she says vendors, she doesn't mean like 4.
Right. We have 27 vendors now.
27 vendors. We told you it was a big store.
I'm trying to figure out how to get more space available. So, because I do have a waiting list for more, more people want to share what they have. And so we're working on that.
That is so cool. And again, like your store is such an anchor to our downtown now. And I mean, it just magically appeared. Like, thank you for that. Because there's so many reasons why now, downtown, people want to revitalize downtowns, but you have to have a reason to come to the downtowns.
Yes.
And where you are there on Broadway Street, I think you're right next to Liberty Lane, right?
Yes. It's a wonderful store.
Unbelievable. If you haven't gone in, you should.
Yeah.
It's just a hidden gem in our downtown.
I was talking to a lady when it was warmer out in front of the store, and she was telling me she was from Cleveland, and she had this map in her hand, and it was of all the quilt shops around in Ohio, and she said this is one of the nicest quilt shops in Ohio. And the next place she was going, she was heading then to Marietta following this map. So, if someone's going to drive down here from Cleveland, that just goes to show
it's the real deal.
It's the real deal, right? Yeah.
And then for someone that has driven from Cleveland to have and get to see some of the other fun, cool downtown businesses,
Right.
whether it be to eat or to shop or whatever it may be, I mean, that's what you want.
Yes. So that was encouraging. We were still in the building process when I talked to her.
As you're pulling your hair out, right? Like,
well, it was a tough month.
yes, absolutely. But the store looks absolutely amazing. And
you.
I've just heard nothing but really good reviews about it. So let's, so in the store, in your part, what kind of furniture, what are some of the things, what are some of your favorite pieces that you have right now? Because I think you sold quite a bit during your
we did sell several pieces.
grand opening.
Yes. There were a couple pieces. There's a couple pieces there that when I bought them, my intent was for them to follow me home, but they're not there. They're at the store. There's a solid wood pie safe there that I loved, and another cabinet with glass on the front. I love those 2 pieces. I love all the pieces in there. They're just beautiful.
Well, you wouldn't take them if you didn't love them, right?
Right.
And that means something to you. And you hope that other people enjoy, what you enjoy.
Yes.
I get that. Yeah, I have a like a pie cabinet at my house. I put my the china that you never use, but it's really super pretty. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where mine is.
We do have a big hutch right now that you can display china and that kind of thing on in. So
there you go. Mm-hmm. See, so all kind of stuff. If you have any like pretty seasonal dishes or anything like that you would like to put out,
right.
Lots and lots of fun. Okay, so let's talk about all 27 of your vendors and go.
No, I don't know if should I say their names or
Yeah, sure.
So there's a lot of local people in there. Like I said, there's a lot of antiques, and they find some really unique things. A lot of times people will bring things up to the register, and I'm like, that's cute.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see it, but I'm just going through the store thinking. So we have some original pieces. We have one girl that takes pictures, and then she sends them to a company, and they produce beautiful artwork with them. And she also designs a design for a T-shirt and then sends them to this company, and they put it together. So that's a really unique concept. And
how fun!
Yeah, and her pictures are beautiful.
And what's that called?
Her booth, you mean? I don't think she gave me a name of her booth. No.
But she does all the stuff.
She does all the stuff. Yes. We've got one person that makes wreaths.
Okay.
Okay.
Which, by the way, go to someone local that makes wreaths, because that has to go down as one of the biggest rackets known to man. You go to a big box store somewhere and you see this poor little sad wreath and it's $79. You're like, no, absolutely not. Have somebody make you a one of a kind.
And these are gorgeous wreaths.
Yeah.
So we have another girl that used to live here in town. She lives in Columbus now, but she makes beautiful jewelry. In fact, I have on a pair of her earrings.
I was just
today.
admiring your earrings.
Yes. So and she does original artwork also. And then so it's beautiful. You can get something one of a kind type gift there.
Love that.
A lot of glassware. There's several, just like specialty pieces and old glassware, and
which they don't make anymore.
They don't make
like
anymore,
that.
Right. I'm thinking through the store. There's one lady that makes. Oh, this is a great thing. They're bowl holders, so you can get your bowl out of the microwave without getting burnt. So she makes things like that are just really unique.
So here's the thing. We just had a very sweet regular come to, yes, of course, come and brought our staff gifts this year, and she brought everyone a bowl holder. And it took us all a minute to understand what the heck it was, but I'm like, this is brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant. So there you go.
So
you that way when you go to pick the bowl up out of somewhere,
you don't get burnt.
Yes.
Right. And she makes these wonderful tumblers that you can take with you anywhere you go. So she does that.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, we have vintage T-shirts and sweatshirts.
Fun.
So I like the kind I wore when they were first available, but so they're vintage now.
God, isn't that scary?
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, I know. I know. But.
So, we're vintage, so that's a good thing.
I'll tell you what. I realized I was old when my high school car, which is now owned by a good friend of mine, of whom you know, his son took it to prom, and I saw the picture, and it said historical vehicle on the license plate. And I was like, you shut up. You stop it.
You should be proud. You took great care of it.
Yes, but gosh. Anywho,
that would be a shocker.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so we have another couple that they have a lot of Tupperware, and people are loving the old Tupperware.
So here's the thing, Tupperware. I mean, it doesn't go bad. Like you can't kill it,
right? Unless you melt it. But.
Unless you melt it. But I mean, seriously, like there's probably Tupperware out there that's been, it's 75 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, people are loving that.
Love. I would go buy some Tupperware.
Oh yeah, she has a ton of it, and it's really neat. So we also have a kids clothing store within there, their booth. It's cutest things. I just had a new grandbaby this weekend, and he's got all the sleepers, which I don't know if he'll be able to use this little Grinch sleeper this Christmas or not.
I don't know, but it's awful cute regardless.
So, and then we have some more original prints, original paintings on canvas.
Okay.
And then we have Bookish, which...
Yes, Bree was in here the other day. You all got to meet her.
Yes.
Fascinating young lady.
She's done a beautiful job on creating her space. I mean, it's just beautiful.
It looks like something out of a big city, Love it.
Yeah. And then we have a clothing boutique also.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to give you Lakin's information and get her in here too.
For sure.
Travis Crossing is what it's called.
Yes.
So we've got her in there, and then through the back hall, down the back hall, it's a big space. More antiques. We have one booth that has all Ray Dunn products in it.
Okay, and I know what that is, but could you kind of describe that to our viewers?
That's just the brand, but it's just really neat. Like mugs, like for now, there's mugs for Christmas. There's flower pots. There's aprons. There's just all kinds of things that go with that brand. It's more of a country look, but it can also be, modern. So, just really a really nice space. And then we have some girls in the back that have so much vintage Christmas. Yeah, a lot of old Christmas things. So there's
fun.
Just a lot under one roof.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know, and here's the thing too, you have somebody doing marketing, like Lindsay, doing her marketing office out of your space. So what a cool concept you came up with. And we're just so proud and happy to have you here.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So you inferred earlier that you had some plans or some thoughts coming up. Is there anything that you can, spill the tea?
There's a couple rooms that go back a little further. I would like to get them ready and add some more. And Stifler's is there's 3 floors to that store, so.
Oh, I forgot about that. It goes up.
Right. So I kind of like to utilize the whole building if possible. So we'll see what happens.
Look at you. She's like, all I wanted to do was buy some furniture and sell it. And here you are today.
Yes, here I am.
Just in a very short period of time.
This is my retirement gig, so.
So let's talk about the logistics of how the Mercantile works, because I think maybe a lot of people might not understand, when you think about the old art and craft malls and things like that. It's kind of the same concept.
It is, yes. They rent space. They rent a booth. We made booths out of old doors and some old fencing and to divide the booths. So they rent that space, but they don't have to be there. I'm there to...
Which is brilliant, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of people want to have a little business, but they, have a full-time job.
Right.
So, it all runs through one register, and then at the end of the month, then I cut their check and, pay them, and
God bless you for keeping track of all that. But no, when you go in, you'll probably see Chris in there working the register, or at least in there doing something. And so it's kind of like you don't pay at each individual booth. Right. You just grab what you want from wherever, and then you go up to one space.
Right.
I just wanted to tell everybody that so they didn't get confused.
Yep.
Like,
make it nice and easy.
Yeah, you do. Absolutely. That's so funny that was Stifler's. And then beside it, what was that I know it was Wood Furniture there for a
GC
while.
Murphy's.
GC Murphy's.
Mhm.
I remember going when I won a goldfish at the Apple Festival and buying a fish bowl for my goldfish there. Yeah. It didn't last very long.
Yeah, they don't usually.
As many didn't. There's a whole lot of goldfish swimming somewhere that that's neither here nor there.
Right.
So, okay. So, I mean, basically you're hoping to expand.
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's tell me about the hours and when can people come and see you?
So since right now I'm the only one working, we're closed on Sunday and Monday.
Okay.
Just like this Monday, I had to run to Columbus, to get more bags and things like that. So I've got to have that day to do that.
Especially when you're doing it all yourself, basically. I get that.
Yes. So Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, and then Saturday, 10 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have plenty of opportunity to get to Ellie Mills Mercantile, and it's what is the address there?
It's 211 Broadway.
Okay, and so you can and by the way, I was walking down by there last night and was peeking in the windows. You weren't open, but I was still peeking through the windows. And the police didn't arrest me, so it was great. And then I walked right across the street, went into A.L. Terry Jewelers to see what they had, and it's just a fun walk up and down Broadway. Then you can hit, of course, any of the Main Street businesses as well.
Right.
And it's just a lot of fun.
It is.
Especially
It is.
this time of the year, everybody has their storefronts decorated. And
Yes, and it was truly, when I was looking for a building, it was my hope to be uptown.
absolutely.
I just wanted to be a part of, the girls have done such a wonderful job with the sidewalk market and
Oh
just,
my gosh.
the revitalization of the buildings, and it just looks wonderful.
Mhm.
So I really wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of us that have a vision for the downtown. Maybe it might not be exactly the same for everybody, but I think all of us want the downtown to grow and flourish
Right.
and succeed, and to be part of that revitalization.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you keep. So, how do you know where to get the pieces that you get? Because you get all kind of fun stuff.
We go to auctions or estate sales, or
Okay.
sometimes I'll find something. Like one day I found something in Newark, Ohio, that I thought I'd really like that, but that's a drive.
Yeah.
So then I looked on Marketplace and planned a whole day of just picking up items all the way up and then coming back at
That
different
makes
places.
sense.
So, you look around and just watch the sales, and
You would get
So,
good at that. Yeah,
yeah.
you would. And I get that totally because as I don't know, everybody gets Marketplace that pops up on their Facebook, and
Right.
you see something, you're like, oh wow, that's cool.
Mhm.
Oh, it's in Newark.
Right.
I don't want to go get that, but if you can make a day of it,
And it was a good thing I was by myself that day, because I totally packed my vehicle, including the front seat. So it was good.
that's one of those where you're like, unload the car before the husband finds it.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's great about it, and he will help me. He even bought a van for us to,
He's a good sport.
Yes, he is.
No, and I think he's a good sport because he knows it's a good idea of what you're doing and bringing to our downtown and to our community. So, well, what would you like our viewers to know? Do any of the vendors or anybody have any little Christmas things coming up before the holiday comes around?
Well, we actually, tomorrow evening from 5 to 8, we have a ladies' night out, mom's night out.
Yes.
So, you're going to be able to be pampered a little bit while you shop. So,
Yep, and you can bring the kiddos if I'm right,
If
because
you-
there's going to be some
yes,
childcare.
just a couple doors down at Apple Tots, they are having a sip and sub event, so that you can leave the kids over there while you shop and be pampered. So that's That's fun.
Love that.
Saturday, Santa and Mrs. Claus are going to be there.
Santa's coming?
Yes, to read a story to kids. So
When will that be?
that will, I must be right around, I'd say 10 to 11 when he'll be there.
Santa's coming.
I could be wrong about that time, so watch Facebook and we'll post it.
All right, and speaking of, let's talk about how people can find you, find information about the store, the vendors, all of that.
Okay, so on Facebook, it's just listed under Ellie Mills Mercantile.
Okay.
We do have a web address. It's Ellie Mills Merch, just MERCH.
Okay.
.com.
I know.
I'm not the technical person.
No, you get all of these different things. It's like, I can't remember.
Yeah, so we have that too. And then, my personal Facebook has my number on it too, my phone number.
Okay,
and it's listed as Chris Elliott Miller.
Chris Elliott Miller, we're, again, Ellie Mills.
Ellie Mills.
But Chris is with a K, K-R-I-S.
Right.
So don't, yeah.
Yeah. So.
See, her name's in Christmas, just not spelled that way.
Right.
Kind of like Three's Company.
Yes.
Christmas Snow.
Yeah.
That's a fun fact. I bet a lot of people don't know that
No.
Chrissy's name was actually Christmas Snow.
Yeah.
And Three's Company. That's why her name was Chrissy. Suzanne Summers, gotta love her.
Yes.
That's a whole other topic for the day. Well, very good. So what else would you like before we let you get out of here, because we know that you're busy and you have to go open the
I have
store
to
here
open
in
the
just a
store.
moment.
That's right. We'd just love for everyone to come in and see what we have, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Good.
A lot of work, but a lot of fun. I've just been blessed with these vendors. They're wonderful.
Yes.
Lindsay Denny and Brianna Xline and Lakin, they're always there with their stores. I just have to mention something and they've got it in the works,
Aw.
They just they keep me excited, they keep me going. So I appreciate those
that.
3 girls and all the vendors. They're just awesome. They bring in the neatest things, and I just can't say enough good about them.
And it's interesting too, because you have all of these different people. You have 27 vendors, hopefully more soon, with a waiting list, mind you. And so you have 27 different ideas. And all of these people have different visions, for the same store, but that is so cool. You have to think about all of the different minds that are thinking about different things.
But we're all like-minded, where we like the similar things and what we're doing.
Right.
So it works.
That's
works.
so cool. I can't wait to, I was going to, like I said, I was trying to stop by yesterday. I will definitely stop by this afternoon and visit with you, and can't wait to see it.
Good.
Yep, absolutely. So Ellie Mills Mercantile, downtown Jackson at
211 Broadway.
211 Broadway, right across the street from A.L. Terry, Hummingbird Music, Sherwin-Williams, right there.
Right.
All of that stuff right beside Liberty Lane Quilting. And if you have any quilting needs too, mind you, that's a really, really cool space.
Yes.
So
Yes, it is.
she does some good stuff. All right. Well, Chris, we know that you have to go open your store.
I do.
So thank you for spending your morning
Thank
with
you.
us.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. We'll let you get out of here. And Miss Cheryl is here waiting in the wings. So let's hear from our friends at Vinton County Bank, and we'll get the girls switched out, and then we'll be back.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
All right, and thank you to our friends at Vinton County Bank for, of course, always supporting our morning show here, and we greatly appreciate them. And it is an amazing place to do business. Also, love that bank and all the people there. So, Miss Cheryl is here. Welcome.
Hey.
How are you?
Fighting a cold, so I'm staying over here.
I know
So yeah.
It's
It's been like 3 weeks.
yeah. You just can't shake it.
Cannot get rid of this.
This is what happens when you move from California to Ohio.
Yeah. I don't know.
Welcome to Ohio.
And,
the
and
sickness.
everybody I meet gives me a different like home remedy Appalachian thing. Yesterday's was onion juice. I'm almost to the point that
Have
I
they
might
given
even
you
try
the
it.
firewater recipe yet?
no.
With
no.
the
I learned about
vinegar and the. No?
No, I learned about onion juice yesterday. And then on Saturday, I learned that this is completely unrelated, but on Saturday, I learned that there was something called raisin pie. I'm not really thinking
yeah.
I want to do either one of those.
Listen
But
to
yeah.
tell you. I'm going to tell
Okay.
you.
So what's fire water?
So it is. So my friend Tracy makes it, and then I saw some people talking about it on the show the other day. Basically, it is a lot of things mixed together into. I mean, it's like you'll do like a shot of it. It's not
Okay.
alcohol, but it has some vinegar in it, but it also has a lot of like peppers, like cayenne, different things like that, all kind of simmered together. And she brought me a bottle of it last year when I was so very sick, and it definitely helped. So,
Okay, it's sounding like it's on the list with
Yeah.
onion juice and raisin pie.
And
just
it's one of
saying.
those things where you're like, oh, I just don't know if I can do a shot of this, but it's really not not unpleasant.
Okay, I'm almost at the point where I'm willing to try some of these home remedies. So
Yes.
we shall see.
If I had a way to put her on the air, I would literally. Do we have a way to do that? To call people?
Yeah,
How do we do that?
I just use my phone. It connects to the soundboard.
Oh. Well, maybe we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll call her and ask her if it's okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about fire. We'll bring you back in and we'll talk about.
Well,
I think that's what she calls it.
Okay,
So, yeah.
that's I would call it that if it's vinegar and peppers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be fire water. So.
Yeah, like apple cider vinegar, I think, some peppers and some other stuff and things.
Tasty.
Yeah. I mean,
Washington.
if nothing else, it'll clear what ails you.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe.
Hey, listen,
Let's see how desperate I get.
all of us Ohioans, Southern Ohioans, have dealt with the sickness for a long time. There's all kind of wives' tales out there about it. So what's going on? I know that you asked to come in and hang out for a little bit, which we always love.
There's a couple things going on in town for the holidays, and so I was asked to kind of share some information. So Saturday, Kiwanis of Jackson is having a event. Adrian, I sent you the graphic for it. They're having a afternoon with Santa type of event at the Memorial Building on Saturday. And it's running from 1 to about 3 o'clock. And there's going to be craft stations. So kids can make, they can make famous reindeer food. I'm not sure what infamous reindeer food would be, but they're making the famous reindeer food. Okay, don't know. There's a hot chocolate craft and a keepsake ornament type of craft. And
You got this thing, Adrian? Okay.
there we go. And and they're going to move from like station to station, take as much time as they need.
Okay.
At each station, kind of
So
move
like
their way
little
through.
craft
And
stations, yeah.
Yep. And they can do all of them. They can do one of them, whatever they want to do. And Santa is going to be there. Yay, Santa.
Santa's
and
coming.
There's going to be snacks and drinks and all sorts of stuff. Best part about it, like all Kiwanis kind of things, it is free.
Of course it is.
It's free.
And it's
So
all for kids.
It's
the
all
kids,
is
you know,
100% for the kids.
Love that.
Of the Jackson area. So regardless of where you're at, come on down to Memorial Building in the afternoon on Saturday and meet with Santa. Get your get your wishes in, and
I assume this will be
make
in
some
like an
craft things.
auditorium, right? Like the
Yeah, I believe so.
memorial- Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably. Mm.
Yeah.
And so thanks
Thank you,
to
Kiwanis.
Yeah, thank you, Kiwanis of Jackson, and Thank you for making me the spokesperson for today for Kiwanis of Jackson.
So you got voluntold.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a Kiwanite. I don't even know what they call themselves.
Kiwanian? I don't know.
Kiwanians? I don't know. I don't know. I probably should know that. I don't know. But yeah. So I'm not sure how I ended
not
up
know
being the
that either?
spokesperson for this, but I don't know.
Because you're such a good spokesperson.
Because I'm not a Kiwanite. My husband's a Kiwanite. He's gonna critique me then say it's something else. Kiwanian? Maybe they're Kiwanians. I don't know. You should list it in the comments. If you know what a Kiwanis person is, let us know. I'm sure somebody will. Eric will.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
please tell us.
Somebody will correct me, I'm sure. So, and they do amazing things. If they're known for the flowers, but they do so many more things besides the flowers. They fund just an amazing number of community activities, events, and groups, and they do things like this that are free for the community, absolutely no cost, and they really throw their heart into it. So
they absolutely do, and I mean they do things like have sets of clothing at schools in case a kid falls or has an accident or something. I mean, something as simple as that is so needed, though.
Yeah,
they think of everything.
One of the things that a lot of people don't know is they actually fed the kids at the fair one of the days. All the kids, I think it was Kids Day at the fair, so it was the most number of kids that were there that day. And they provided lunches for all of the kids that were there at the fair. And they're kind of like a very quiet group. They kind of do a lot of stuff behind the scenes. They're not like, hey, look at me. And they just gave money to Jaffe for the holidays, and they're always doing amazing things in the community. So
very good.
So go and have fun. They're not, like I said, not asking for any money. It's totally free. It's totally fun. And there you go. So lots of fun.
I love that.
And then another service group that's doing a lot of stuff in the community and does it very quietly behind the scenes. If you haven't been to the Jackson Women's Club candy shop.
Okay, I have a question for you about that. Credit cards or no credit cards?
No credit cards.
Okay.
No credit cards, unfortunately. Cash and check only.
Okay.
I'm learning that's a Southern Ohio thing too, because coming from California, everybody takes credit cards.
Yeah.
Everybody takes electronic payment. And when we got here, everybody's like, oh, well, you can just write us a check. I'm thinking, I haven't even owned a checkbook in like 20 years.
I don't
Seriously.
have a check,
But so I always have to remember to go to the ATM before I go to the candy shop too.
Okay.
But it is cash and check only.
Okay.
And we are out of the vanilla clusters.
Oh no.
And the maple clusters.
Oh no.
At both locations. So, and Jackson was running out of a lot of candy, but we moved some candy from Wellston over because there's 2 locations. So there's the location in Jackson across from the Dollar General on Bridge. And then there's a location in Wellston also if you're out that direction on Pennsylvania, just past the Dairy Queen. And
we're not messing around about this candy.
Same candy in both places for the most part because we moved a bunch of stuff over. So if you were there earlier in the week, last week, we were out of peanut brittle and Buckeyes and bridge mix and chocolate covered raisins and coconut bombs. We were out of so much stuff. And on Saturday, we kind of leveled it out, brought a bunch of stuff over from Jackson, or brought a bunch of stuff over from Wellston to Jackson, restocked everything.
So maybe you can get now what you
So if you're looking
before.
for something specific, chances are we have it, unless you're looking for the vanilla or the maple clusters. Sorry, out. But things are running out. So if you have favorites, you're going to want to come in and get them. I mean, I know, me personally, I've gone through more than a few bags of peanut brittle and caramel clusters and orange slices. Those are my 3 biggies.
I have this issue with chocolate covered pretzels.
Oh my gosh. And there's like 3 or 4 different kinds.
I have a serious issue with those.
There's milk chocolate pretzels that look like the actual pretzels, and then there's yogurt covered pretzels that look like the actual actual pretzels, and then there's Christmas tree pretzels that look like little Christmas trees, and they're in white chocolate, and then they've got red and green little sprinkly things on them, so they remind me of like the little Debbie,
the Christmas tree cakes.
Christmas tree cakes, and those are super cute. And we've got a bunch of pretzels. We're totally stocked on pretzels, and but there's truffles and there's creams and there's candies I've never heard of in my life.
Reese cup things.
You know what? The only Reese's Cups are the sugar-free ones. Those are the
are
ones that are
good, though.
left.
They're so
And
good.
actually, if you're looking for sugar-free candy, there's still a lot of varieties. So whether you're buying for somebody who's diabetic and they're watching their sugar, or pre-diabetic and should be watching their sugar.
Listen,
like
we
me,
should
who
all
lives on
be
sugar.
watching our sugar. So
who lives on sugar?
no, but the
And
sugar-free candy is really good.
It is. It tastes as good as the sugared candy, if not better in some cases.
I agree.
You just, you know what? This is the mom side of me saying you just don't want to eat the whole bag at one time.
Right.
You really want to eat it in moderation.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're not going to be happy.
Yeah.
So, and if you know, you know. But, or if you're watching your weight and you want to watch your sugar intake, or you're kind of keto or kind of carb free, you know, kind of watch that. But there's some amazing varieties of sugar free candies as well. So I mean, I was surprised when I used to eat sugar-free candy. You had
it was icky.
you had like 3 choices, and it
Blacky,
tasted kind of weird. I grew up eating carob and stuff, and that's not fun. If you grew up in like the 70s, carob and chocolate, not the same thing. But no, definitely not the same thing. Regardless if your mother tells you it's the same thing, it's not the same thing.
No.
But there's a whole table of sugar-free
Yes.
candies and like truffly type of things, so you don't have to feel like you're missing out.
Agreed.
If you're watching your sugar,
Yeah.
you can still have things that look pretty and taste good.
And they do.
Yeah,
I'm not lying to you. I'm not making that up.
yeah. But there's a lot of candy available, and actually, if you're looking for even like little tins and bags to make like a gift for somebody,
Sure.
They're free with purchase. We've got a whole table of that. We've put together little treat bags for different groups, like different churches and church groups and companies. So we've made together some little treat bags and stuff. But no, there's still a lot of candy available, and we're open until it's gone. And
Yes.
honestly, if there's something that you're looking for, you really should stop in and get it soon, because the candy it's flying.
Yes,
I was selling it as fast as we were reloading on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Matter of fact, that's note to myself. I probably should go over there at lunchtime and restock my peanut brittle and my orange slices and my caramel clusters before those are all gone too.
Or they're
So,
gone. But don't forget cash, check.
Yes,
Either way.
cash or check only. We always know when people forget, because they pull into the little roundabout and they kind of look at the door,
And then they go,
go
"Oh,
back
shoot."
out, and then they're back a couple minutes later.
Yeah.
So
The good news is there's a lot of ATMs in the area.
So know where your ATM is at. And all the candy is actually very reasonably priced.
Yes.
It's amazing. And people walk out with huge bags of candy, and it's like $20.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And again, you can anywhere. You guys have some tins, whatever. You can go to the dollar store.
yeah.
You can go to any of the dollar stores. You can go to Big Lots. You can go wherever and find the cutest little boxes or gift bags. You can divide all that up and have all kind of Christmas gifts.
Yeah, you can make
for people.
like a sweet charcuterie board for the holidays.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, that would be my favorite kind of charcuterie board. Would be one that's
No
made of
doubt.
chocolate.
Or you could mix the chocolates in with a normal,
Yep,
with like
You could have, like,
crackers
cheeses and fruit and
fruits,
Things that are a little bit healthier, I guess.
grapes,
I don't know.
chocolate.
But you know what? PSA, things like peanut brittle and peanut caramel patties and stuff. Peanuts have protein.
They do. See,
Yeah.
they're healthy.
Yeah. In my world, they are. So.
I smell what you're cooking.
So, but yeah, there's tons of stuff, and the Women's Club. This is their only fundraiser they do all year long, and they do also amazing things in the community. They fund scholarships for high school students all through Jackson area, so not just Jackson High School. We do scholarships for Oak Hill and Wellston as well, and they also give money to other agencies and community groups. We just did a donation to the food pantry to help them out, to get them through the holidays. So they do they do great things, and
Get out and support it. Get out and support people that support you.
and if you're interested in joining the Kiwanis or the Women's Club, you can always reach out to me here at Total Media. But get involved in the community, regardless of who it is, whether it's Rotary or Lions or Kiwanis or Women's
You don't
Club.
have to be in
any-
everything.
Yeah.
Just pick something.
Yeah, pick something. I mean, we're just all kind of helping everybody out in the community and stuff. So
Very good.
and having fun. And I mean, it doesn't get better than working in a candy shop.
Exactly.
He really doesn't. I mean, that's like life goals kind of thing.
I
mean,
know, right?
Yeah, like 5-year-old Cheryl is like, yay, I get to
I
work.
know. Like, I'm a
get to
kid in
work
a candy store. I really am.
I literally am. I'm like, yay. So it's probably good that it's cash only, because otherwise every time I worked, I'd probably be walking out with huge sacks of candy. So.
Love that. Love
So,
it.
but now it's Jeremiah's turn, and he's going to
Yeah.
come and talk about more holiday
And he
stuff.
has
I
on
think
his hat
so.
over here. So.
I know he's a little bit more festive than I am.
He's very festive. Well, I hope you feel better, and
Oh,
we'll talk
thank
about
you.
this fire stuff off the air.
Yeah, I'm still not eating raisin pie.
Okay. Yeah. No. That's just gross.
I can't even wrap my head around
Raisin pie
Why?
sounds disgusting.
why. I mean, I have raisin issues to start out with, but just
No.
even putting it into pie, that's not going to make it any better. I'm sorry.
It's
And if
like-
you're a raisin fan, I'm sorry. We do have chocolate covered raisins at the candy shop, sugar-free and regular. And you don't have to worry about me cleaning them out, because that just won't be me.
It's not gonna happen.
I guess you could cook them into a pie.
Ugh.
I don't know.
No.
Ew. I don't know.
Raisin
sorry.
pie, no.
If you're a fan of raisin pie, I'm so sorry. So.
Yeah. Don't. It's icky.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bye, I'll talk to
Come
you
on
later.
over, Jeremiah. What's going on, buddy? Look at you all festive with your hat on.
I know. I'm not Santa.
And your people called my people.
We're matching.
Look at that.
I like it. It's very good.
We're so khaki today.
Yeah. So Pete wanted me to pop in and talk about my holiday coverage from over the weekend.
Okay.
So that's why the hat.
Okay.
We wore it on. I forgot to wear it Friday, but I did wear it Saturday. But it was a good thing I wore it Saturday because it was really
It
cold.
was cold, yeah.
So on Friday, I went to the village of Colton for their 10th annual tree lighting that they had. And you can throw the picture up there of the folks standing in front of the tree, Adrian. So here's the folks that showed up for the tree lighting this year.
Okay.
So this is the 10th time that the tree there behind them has been lit. And that tree has doubled in size since
Isn't
the
that
very first
awesome?
time. I was there when the first one was, when it was lit the very first time.
So
and that
fun.
was in 2015. But it's a live Christmas tree that was sponsored and donated by Gina Nicholson. And it was planted on the village green outside the Colton Community Building in honor of her late mother, Leah Humphreys. And there was a lighting celebration that same year in 2015, and it's been lit each year after, including in the COVID year even, but they didn't have a celebration, but it was still lit. And we were out there for that. And we have a short video we can play. It's like 30 seconds that shows Colton Mayor Jim Milliken welcoming everybody there, and then him plugging the tree in for the first time.
Love
So
that.
we'll play that real quick and then come back.
Appreciate everyone coming for the 10th annual Lena's Christmas tree lighting that was started 10 years ago by Mayor Kim Milliken, which we appreciate. We'll have a shorter version tonight. We was unable to get a hold of Santa to come, but Santa will be here on December 17th, starting around 5 o'clock, right outside the mayor's office. So with that, we'll go out and light the tree for 2024.
So there you have it. That's a nice little quick video of the lighting there in the village of Colton. Short and sweet this year. They plugged it in, and that was it. Usually Santa's there. They have some cookies, hot cocoa. They didn't have any of that this year. I will say none of the family members were in attendance this year, which was kind of weird because usually every year somebody from the family shows up.
Might have had something going on.
Maybe
Family
may
event or
may have been, but in the picture there that he had up before, that was Colton Mayor Jim Milliken, his wife Kim Milliken, who was a mayor for like 12 years, and then you also had two council members that were present. That was Shelley Meacham and Caritha Bakey Shivers, and then you also had the utility clerk there for the village. That is Elizabeth Compson.
Okay.
So that's everybody that showed up. We have a nice story in tomorrow's edition about that with some pictures to go along with that. So,
Very good.
and then on Saturday we had the it's the Jackson Holiday Light Up.
Oh my gosh, all the stuff.
Yes, all the stuff. It was the 5th year for that. And 5th year for the Holiday Light Up. You know, some of the other stuff's been going on longer. And we have a picture from the parade here we can throw up. This was at the rear of the parade. You got the famous Walston Lions Club Santa float.
Woohoo!
There it is, making its way past a crowd of people. Main Street down by the
Yes.
park was just lined with
Look
people
at
on both
that.
sides of the street, Jen, Saturday
Love
night.
it.
I was very impressed with the crowds down there Saturday night. So that happened first. You had the parade. It was still pretty well attended. You had to pay this year, pay to play. It was a donation. All went to the Jackson County Gear Grinders.
Yep.
They used it for shifting gears for Christmas cheer
Yep.
to purchase gifts for area children. So it was a win-win. And then following the parade, we crossed the busy Main Street there to the park where you got to see it's called Christmas in the Park, which 80 trees this year.
Yep.
That's cultivating our future. And we got a real quick video showing those trees being lit up for the very first time.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, so doing the countdown here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here it is. So this is Christmas in the Park, presented by Cultivating Our Future. They have 80 trees decorated by members of the community, businesses, clubs, organizations, all down here at Jackson's Manpower Park. They line the walkway all the way around Jackson's Manpower Park here. They'll be on through the holiday season, so you can come down here and check out all these trees. We're back.
All right.
So, when I was out there, I'd made some comments about the trees being smaller, and a lot of people in the community noticed that. Barbie McCatherine, who is the founder of Cultivating Our Future, and also started this Christmas in the Park years ago. I don't know how many years ago it's been now.
I know, right?
But she did comment on her page about the trees being a little on the small side this year, but they were thankful to have them. So I don't know
Yeah.
if there's a
Well,
supply demand
I think
issue
with
there.
the drought and all of that, I think there were some issues,
issues.
with supply this year. And the great thing is they're all kind of uniform, and you're right. Being a little bit smaller, you can see though throughout the whole park.
Right.
It's not covering up everything.
One of the 80 trees, you got to throw this up there. Total Media tree. Check it out, Jen, with a firework in the background.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So not everybody made the tree. I saw. You and I made the tree.
We did?
We did. We are on there. Our faces are on that tree, Jen.
Wait, really?
Yeah. So I looked. It was kind of dark, so it was kind of hard to see. But I saw myself. I saw you. I saw Matt. I saw Eric. Porterhouse. But there's pictures of us, and they put
How
Santa Claus
cute.
caps on us.
Love that.
So that was really cute, the way it was decorated. And they got those CDs on there.
That's
and all the different
adorable. Love
logos for
that.
the different, Telegram and Main Street TV and the different radio stations and stuff. And on top it says Ho Ho Radio.
Ho Ho Radio.
So-
Is there a contest with the trees?
I don't think
Has that
so.
ever been a thing?
No, it hasn't.
Okay.
That'd be neat though if they
would
did
be
have a
fun.
contest. Toss up some of for the lack of time, I had a video prepared for fireworks. I'm not going to show it, but I want to show some of the firework photos that I had.
Okay.
So this was during kind of the grand finale.
Man, those fireworks were booming. I
They
heard
were.
them all the way at my house.
No, so it was, if I recall, it was a $9,000 show, and it lasted 14, 15 minutes.
It was.
And a lot of
Yeah.
reds and greens, and I didn't send this picture to. Is there other fire? Yeah, so here's I think Pete may have picked this one out for the front page
That
for
is
Wednesday.
cool.
Real cool green and
It
red
looks like
firework
Christmas
there.
bulbs.
Yeah, it's really neat. And was that all the firework photos? So that's all of them. And there was, I didn't submit this one to him, but there was, I've seen several fireworks that when it exploded, it was like a star with a circle around it.
Oh, fun.
So I don't know if it
Okay.
was like supposed to be like a Christmas bulb or like a ball or what, but I saw
Yeah.
several of those
Neat.
this
yeah,
year.
Pete was
so.
saying that there was some neat configurations
Yeah, there
of the
was.
fireworks.
I wish I would have sent that. Let me see if I still have it on my phone. Maybe I can walk over and do the zoom in that we do sometimes here on the show.
Our high budget Zoom.
High budget
Camera.
zoom here. Yeah, we'll walk over and show the high budget zoom.
Love that.
There you
Oh, wait. That is so cool.
go. Yeah. So that's I saw there was several.
Let me see that.
There was several of these that I saw during that display.
How'd they get fireworks to do that?
I don't know. That's pretty neat, though,
It's
isn't
a
it?
Christmas miracle.
Yeah, so that one was pretty cool because it was kind of red and green.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure there was at least 2 more that were different colors that I saw.
Cool.
Maybe more because, when they get going, you just kind of
Sure.
lose them in the smoke there. But
Well, I think they killed it with that fireworks display. I
Yeah,
think
no, that
that's
was a
such
nice-
a fun idea.
nice addition. Oh, and then after the fireworks, I think we got a picture of Santa we can throw up. So Santa's
Santa
house was open. And we got a little guy on Santa's lap there inside of Santa's house. This is located in Manpower Park, and they have hours down there. It's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday of the evening. I wish I would have brought the hours in with me, but you'll be able to look at that. We have it on thetelegram.news.com. You can get on and read all about it.
Good deal.
So, but all the pictures that I showed, along with so the videos are already online.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch those on Facebook. You can watch it at The Telegram News. You can watch it on my news personality page, or you can even watch it on YouTube under Total Media. It's on that page as well.
Absolutely.
And the pictures I showed will be in tomorrow's edition of The Telegram.
Okay.
And then we may upload a photo gallery if I have time.
Perfect.
So that's kind of a rundown of Friday and Saturday.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. I know there's other Christmas stuff happening, but that first Saturday in December is usually the busiest one. So
Love that.
just want to pop by and kind of go over that and get another chance to wear my hat here. So I know in the past I've done a video visiting all the parks. May try to do that if I can find the time.
Okay.
Because we'll hit the Jackson Park, go through all the trees, and then go through Pride Park, do all the trees, and then this year in Oak Hill, Pete said it was a mix of leaves and trees down there.
Yes.
So we'll try to go down and check that out, and then obviously visit the village of Colton there as well.
Awesome. Thank you,
So,
Jeremiah.
yeah, we'll try to get that done before Christmas.
You do such a good job.
And then at some point here before the end of the year, you and I will sit down and go through our top 10, or my top 10 videos, and kind of relive some of the.
I feel like the ironic thing is, it seems like yearly, one of the top 10 ends up being like very current.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a lot of the
Sometimes
times.
that one will knock one out. You're
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I sat down and started compiling a list based on views, and the one that is in the top right now, I think, is from earlier in the year.
Okay.
So
We'll see if it holds up.
yeah, we'll sit down and I'll get all my paperwork ready for that, and we'll try to pick a day. I don't know if we'll do that live or I think we usually try to record it to show
I
it
think
during
last
New
year we did it
Year's.
live.
Did we
We'll
do it
see- yeah,
live?
mhm.
Yeah, so we can either do it live on a day that you don't have a guest, or we can always record. That way you have it the week of New Year's, because I know you guys take some time off that week.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds good.
all right.
All right. Well, have a great day. Thank you
Yep.
for spending your morning with us. And thank you, boys over there, for pushing all the buttons. And we will be right back here tomorrow. Don't forget to stop by Ellie Mills Mercantile if you haven't, in downtown Jackson, and all of our local businesses for sure. You will be very, very pleased that you did. All right. We'll be back here tomorrow. And let's see. Maybe talking about Christmas at Lake Hope, I think, is what we're going to be talking about. So we look forward to that, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, The Telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegram.news.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.